Baby tarantula. Yeehaw. Wow. He's big. His butt is about the width of my pinky at the tip. Another one over here. Was that 2 of them? No, that's for 1. Wow. It's just burying itself in the rocks. Well, I'm going to get to you eventually because I'm digging this out, buddy. All of y'all better move. You're being evicted. My gold, not yours. Mine. It's all mine. My gold. Back at the location where the trap was, well, trap is, trying to work back down to it, but that storm deposited a whole lot of sand here. Where Kevin is standing was actually all this, but it was out over to here. And that all got ripped out. And that bedrock that I wasn't sure if it was rock or not, we discovered it was bedrock, and I dug to it and around. You can see it sticking out of the ground. Let me walk over to it. Right there. That's that bedrock shelf, that wide and long shelf. And I dug, the face of it's right here. Kevin and I found it this morning. And then it comes around like this. So I dug over in here and across last year and around and then out and down and in and up. So this is all just sickening. I mean, it's just, we had a cave in. Let me see if I can walk up real quick here to show you which way is the better way to go. I think I'll go up here. I'll go up this way. Ow. This whole embankment outside Bend caved in all the way over to here and right up and around. So that's all that sand that got deposited over there. I mean, it goes way up there. So I'm gonna get back down there and get back to work. I wish this water would clear up. It's running kind of dirty today, making it kind of hard to see. But I'm gonna get back down there. Beautiful. place. Steve and Gail still haven't showed up yet. Where are you guys? Lallygagging, sleeping in. What the heck do you think this is? Vacation? Gotta get some gold. Let's go. Alright. I mean, look at it. Water was all the way up here onto this point. All the way up here. So water was rushing over this. When Steve and Gail get here, I'm going to have them work on this gravel mound right here. Because this was a major whirlpool area. And I dug in there and fed that for a little bit. And then did a test pan. And I got a couple nice chunks of gold out of that. Alright, back to work for Brother Joseph. Well, Steve and Gail finally made it. Slackers. Of course, this is the end of the day. Kevin went that far and he was finding just flour, quite a bit of flour, but he was getting discouraged. He's used to finding bigger pieces, but this is a natural spring, so that's a good drinking source right there. But this was that mound, and Steve and Gail pretty much predominantly worked on this today. Dug it. I mean, it was way out. You can see where it was, all the way out to here. We dug into this really good today, and I just did some digging up there. I kind of gave up on clearing that out, getting kind of discouraged, but I got to get it, so I'm going to keep working on it a little bit at a time. But we just did a clean out, and there was some nice pieces in there, like quite a few bigger pieces, 30 plus, 20 plus. There was at least 3 20 plus pieces, a bunch of 30 plus, a bunch of 30 mesh, and small stuff too. So it was a good clean out, good day, a long day, and given the weather, we'll be back tomorrow and we'll keep working on this, and I'll dig some more behind that rock up there. So that's it for today. Well, day 2 of Steve and Gail's second week here. Just scared the butterflies off. We got still working on that section over there, and was doing more trying to reveal that trap, but came back today and more sand washed down in there. So, well, I'll tell you, we added another section of hose for the suction hand dredge, but sucking that sand up, it's sitting in that hose and makes it quite difficult. Then we started filling buckets and gave up on that and started, I was digging up by that rock up there, and they're digging in here, taking turns. One person's keeping the end of the trap clear and one person's digging, or two. But we've come quite a ways, and like I said, yesterday's clean out was really phenomenal. So we're hoping today is going to be the same. A lot of black sand, a lot of heavies. Don't know about in here. I mean, there's got to be flour gold down at the base. I mean, because if it's coming out from that point with high water, and when high water was here, it was up, it was coming over that point, which deposited this mountain of gravel. So it stands to reason there's going to be gold in here too, but how far down? As any prospector knows, liquidized sand, you can stick your finger right down in it real easy, so that gold's going to sink. But anyway, get back to work. Just upstream from where we've been working, and this is where it had caved in. We're on an outside bend, but the interesting thing, and I walked up here just specifically to see if I could see layers, and you can see massive layer goes all the way up, right up and along here, all the way through. Really, really rich looking stuff. Red and black, dark brown, layer upon layer upon layer. And it just continues right down through, all the way to over there. And of course it's underneath that other stuff as well. But just figured I'd give you a look at that. But this is what deposited all that sand and silt down there around the corner. Unreal. And that storm here, it only lasted probably about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. But what took place up on the mountain is the question. Further up on the mountain. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, it keeps going up around the corner here too. I see it. Goes up higher. Runs up. Nice. I did do a couple test pans and did find gold in it. Not a lot, but of course I didn't test all the layers. Steve's managed to walk his way over there. Well, same day, day 2 of Steve and Gail here, and got that down real close to the opening of the trap itself, so I'm quite pleased with that. Ended up giving up on that, leaving that as is for now, and coming over and working with Steve and Gail. And this, like I said earlier, this mound of gravel was way, way out here, right over to this. I mean, that's part of it actually. So it came right out here. We've moved all this just yesterday and today. And I've got it etched around. Did some digging in here. Got that etched right around too. Let the water cut that out for us. Blew some water up in there. And Steve, this current, we put a rock right there. This water coming around inside bend. He was digging in there and shoveling directly into the trap, and shovelfuls of just about pure black sand. It was amazing, amazing. So we had another good clean out today, another good clean out, and of course at the end of the video we'll be shooting just like the last time they were here for the 50-50 gold rush. This is another 50-50 gold rush. We'll do the clean out at the end, work the material at home, do the cleanup sluice, and clean it up and let you guys see it. Brother Joseph. And today I worked solo. Steve and Gail had to take a trip, get some stuff for their camper. But we were setting up right there. And today I set up right here. And I punched this out pretty deep. Pretty deep. Had a pretty good clean out. Didn't work anywhere near as long as we have for the last couple of days. I did some scouting upriver. Showed you those spots up there on yesterday's video. But we walked up even further, aside from what you saw in the video. Saw some nice heavy black sand. I did some testing up there. Didn't really find much of anything. So I decided to come back down here after farting around up there for quite a while. I probably dug for about maybe 2 hours. And still I had a good clean out. So I'm going to go home and run the material that I just did in the cleanup sluice, and I'll show you the results. And I dug a little bit right here too. I did some testing right in here before we ever touched this pile. and saw that there was gold, so dug that out. Alright, I'm gonna pack up and head home. Alright, so I just finished running the concentrates, as I always do, and get a good shot of this without the light reflecting off in there. That'd be good. That's today's take, and like I said, I only dug for maybe 2.5 maybe hours, maybe 3. So that last storm really moved some gold. It's good. It's good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. Can't wait to see what's in there. This is the stuff from the 2 days that Steve, Gail, and myself worked together. Of course, those were 2 good clean outs, 2 days in a row, so that ought to be interesting. Alright. Well, here we are. Well, here I am. Steve and Gail are lagging behind as usual, and we've got rain coming. I should be on the mountain working today, but I checked the weather and it said rain, possible thunderstorms, so I've come and just this bucket here is my 4th bucket, 3rd, and I've already run 2, but I've just about got down to the opening of the trap finally. Of course, this sand keeps washing in overnight, but that's okay. So I'm going to run these 2 buckets and fill some more. Alright, do a little bit of underwater shooting for you. Now, for those of you on Gold Prospector Space who haven't ventured onto my YouTube channel to see videos, I did this trap last year, and on that channel you'd find the video, but if you haven't been there, then I'm going to show it to you if I can get down in here without falling on my face. Now, I haven't even breached. I've just started to breach the hole. And once what you're about to see, this is the top of it. And it goes down probably another 3 feet in the bedrock. So here it is. Alright. And Steve and Gail finally made it. Steve's sitting down. Gail's doing all the work. Alright. So that's what we got going on. Running the long hose over to the trap. But I got to get underwater to do much more here, and I really don't know if I want to do that today. We've got storms coming. Alright, yeah, Thursday, July 13th. We decided to run concentrates before Sunday, because we've just, it's nothing but rain. How's everybody enjoying the rain if you're getting as much rain where you live as we're getting where we live? It's just wonderful. I know my prospector friends and brothers in Ohio are getting a lot of rain, but we classified it down, as I've discussed with you many times, that I put it through the 20 mesh classifier before running it through the cleanup sluice. And there's 3 3 20+ pieces out of the material. Not too bad. So as we progress, we'll let you know. Right, so we got done running. The 100 mesh is not in here, but there's 3 20+, I don't know, 30+, 50+, and 100+ over here. That's pretty good. That's what, 3 days, Steve?
Yep.
3 days of digging. Pretty
Cool.
good.
Cool noodles.
Cool noodles. Alright.